Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. This video is going to be slightly different to my other ones. This is going to be my May budget, and I will get into the details about why it is going to be very different in a little while. But I thought I would sit down and have what is described in the Financial Feminist as a money date. I listened to that audiobook last month, I think. And whilst I don't agree with everything in there, I did quite like the idea of a money date. So I have already drunk my cup of tea because I was getting all the numbers off of my phone because that's what I film on. So I've already drunk that whilst I was setting everything up. And I've got my hoodie on with little Frenchies. And yeah, I just thought it was a cute idea. I'm already regretting filming on my white desk because my puppy is black. I think you've seen her head pop in a few times, and her fur gets everywhere. So having a white desk is not optimal. So I do apologise, but her fur is getting everywhere and she's in shedding season. So it's a little bit chaotic. But let's get into the video. So I was 100% planning to cash stuff this month, but things took a slight turn. So my mum's birthday is on Saturday, tomorrow, when I'm filming this, and we always spoil my mum on Mother's Day because she graciously allows us kids to still live with her whilst we save for our own properties. We had a little bit of a turbulent childhood, and yeah, we're just grateful that she's back in our lives and we get to live with her. So Mother's Day and her birthday and Christmas, we always spoil her. And this year, we are down to the final room, apart from the garden, that is needing renovation. It's taken us quite a few years and a lot of setbacks, and a lot of money to get the house to where there was no leaks or different things like the roof needed replacing, all that kind of stuff, which is always fun when you move into a house. This is the first house we've ever owned, so yeah. All that to say, I didn't make her. I encouraged her to sit down and write out a list of everything that still needs to be bought for the house to be finished off. And it was a fairly decent list. It's still not a full, complete list because we didn't put anything on there for the garden. And there'll obviously be things that we forgot because we did just write it out in a night. But me and my siblings tried to tick off as many of those things as possible. And so the original birthday budget was definitely blown. And so that has sort of thrown my whole budget out of the water. So this month is going to be a little bit different. And hopefully we'll catch up with some side hustles this month and then get back on track next month is the plan, because I have nearly completed 2 games on Swagbucks and done another one, and then I have one nearly completed on I can't remember what the other app's called. So that should be a decent amount coming in. I've also applied for another job, which is where this other work comes in, and I have considered applying for a Sunday job, but I need to run that past one of my bar work boss, because that's a 0-hour contract that you're supposed to have 7-day availability. I really hate the concept of it, but that's the way the world works at the minute, so I need to run it past her. It's only over the summer months, so we'll see. I'm still undecided, but let's get some numbers on this sheet. I need to move this mug. Put it on my bookshelf and hope it doesn't fall off. Okay, so where's a pen? Actually, if we start off with how last month went. So this is my diary where everything goes in there, but I'm going to try and do this without showing you because it has information about where and when I work. So on here I keep track of all of my different payments. So yellow means that it was a planned spend, it was in the budget. Red means it was an unplanned. It might have like planned ones on there, but if I also spent unplanned, then that's on there. Have I missed off? I have missed off one, which was a cash payment for my prescription, but that's fine. So I had 3 planned spend days. They all happened to be on a Monday, not sure why. 7 unplanned. Some of them were necessary, like the hotel change for Brighton. The dog field hire, I did get that money back. That was a whole fiasco. Yeah, Etsy's been my downfall. Spending money for the swag bucks offers, so that money I will get back, but it was spent. £200. So Jam Donut did and pumped up Amazon offer of 3%, which if you know that getting cash back for Amazon purchases is pretty non-existent on most cashback sites. I think Jam Donut and one other, I can't remember, is it Cheddar? I think Cheddar does Amazon. The rest do, but for certain purchases, not just general Amazon. So I did purchase £200 worth of Jam Donut Amazon vouchers, which was spent on my mum's birthday presents, which is also what the Argos and the B&Q ones are. And apart from that, oh, and I needed to get a new thumb brace because mine was starting to smell pretty gross. Because I had been wearing it for weeks. So that's pretty much it. And then 20 no spend days, which I think is great. So not too shabby, to be honest. Hoping to match that no spend days or better this month. So we shall see. So let's get into the numbers and I'll explain a little bit about why we have not gone over budget, but we have. So for my bar work, I earned £827.76 after tax and and pension, stuff like that. So my government pension, which is not going to be included in this, but I thought it would be nice to just keep track of, was £34.50 for this month. My office work, I got £484.80. And side hustles was £10, but then also £7 in Amazon vouchers through the Amazon shopper panel. So that's all my income. It's a lot lower this month than it will be. The summer is a lot lower for shifts for bar work. There are some weeks where we've got like events on where it'll be a bit higher. But the winter months are where the money comes from for the bar work. The office work is lower this time because I had to do a lot of half days. Took some time off to wait for deliveries. Obviously I ran the marathon, so that took a couple of days out of both jobs. And yeah, that should all go up. It's very low for what it should be. So fixed expenses wise for this month will be £9.90 for prescriptions, £21 for car tax, £29.52 for car insurance, £2.99 for cloud storage. So I have recently downgraded this, but so you do it through settings. I wasn't using as much storage as I was paying out for. I didn't think I was. So I have downgraded, but I'm not really sure whether it worked or not. So that I'm hoping is going to be £2.99, but I've got a little buffer in the bank just in case it is. I think it was normally like £8.99 or something like that. So just in case. YouTube Premium is £16.99. I'm still unsure whether I'm going to keep this. The reason that I had it was because when I was in the gym doing long cardio sessions, it was nice to have YouTube downloaded because there is no phone service in the gym. But I have now got access to the gym Wi-Fi, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep it or not. I'm going to see how this month goes, and if I don't use it enough, then I'll cancel it. The gym is £32, and I currently have Audible on hold, so there's nothing for Audible. So fixed expenses wise, that comes to £112.40. Personal training is £150 because it is a 5-week month. And then, so for Mum's birthday, I had £60 in the cash envelope already saved up. And then I had £30 in my Nana's birthday, but I didn't end up spending that because I used vouchers and stuff instead. So I combined that to make £90, which is taken off the total spent on my mum's birthday presents. So the remaining balance is £287.41. Yeah, so that's everything. Oh no, and Etsy is $59.75 because I actually ended up using I think it was like £5 off a £30 spend. And I really wanted some more permanent wallets for the planner budget binder, because that's obviously one that's never going to change. Because unless, heaven forbid, one of them passes away, I will still be buying these every single year. So yeah, that's going to go in there. And then I also bought these money placeholders, sorry, from Javan Budgets, because I was just really in need. I was not liking the fact that I was just putting cut up bits of card in there, and I've had my eye on those, and yeah, that really shouldn't have been spent this month, but it was spent before this happened. So basically, going forward, what I would like to do is to live off of my office work income. So I want this income to cover my fixed and variable expenses, and then any sinking funds. And then this bar work income is solely for my long-term savings. And then side hustle and other work is just going to be where it's needed, because that's just like extra fun money, I guess, which will probably go more towards like savings challenges, things like that. So that's why technically we have overspent this month. So let me fill in the other numbers and I will explain what I mean by that. So I have put £50 into my premium bonds. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like investing in the government, and then you get put into like a free lottery, I guess. So the money in that account doesn't earn interest, but I think it's every pound is technically one ticket for the lottery. Not like the national lottery, the premium bonds lottery. And you can win up to like £1 million or something crazy like that. Obviously you're not guaranteed a win. Your money could just stay there and never increase, but you always have that chance that you could win a lot. And the maximum you can put in is 50,000. I currently, before this month, only had £30 in there. So now I've added another 50. I'm just going to add to that as and when I can. I added 100 to the emergency fund, 350 to my lifetime ISA. The £100 to the emergency fund is on track for what I wanted to do each month. This lifetime ISA is £200 short, but we will be finding that £200 at a later date. And then baby has got 100. So originally, baby was a bit further down on my list because I thought I need to have a house before I have a baby. But I have been thinking about the logistics of everything, and I think I want to prioritize having a baby, and if I have a house by then, that would be nice. If I don't, then that's also okay. So yeah, baby is going to get a bit more prioritized, and there isn't any travel going in this month, so that's £600 on there. And then obviously the £34.50 in the government pension is not included in all of this. I then put £100 into Christmas, which is on track, and then the £7 Amazon voucher, they're all being saved for Christmas. And that is it. So over here we have £59.75. So when we total up my fixed expenses, variable expenses, the birthdays and occasions, and sinking funds, we get a total of £709.56, which is an overspend of £224.76. So this money is what I want to side hustle and sort of gain back from this budget in other months. I hope that makes sense. So technically I am £224.76 in debt to myself, but not in debt. We haven't overdrawn. I just would like to earn that money back and put it into my long-term savings, if that makes sense. I hope that does make sense. So that gives us £3 left over, if you wanted to do the full maths. And I'm just going to leave this in my account as a little bit of a buffer, because even though I'm trying to zero budget, I do want a little bit of a buffer left in my account, just in case anything does go wrong, basically. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense as to why we're not actually cash stuffing anything, but I do need to put these placeholders into the various binders. So if we start off with Christmas, we need to go to the Christmas fund. I haven't explained that I have some new trackers in here, so I'm just going to explain them as I come across them, because it was starting to become overwhelming. So this one here is from Budget Saving Queen. It saves £1,000 for Christmas, which is more than enough, but it's, yeah, better to be over prepared than under prepared, because I do like buying people's gifts. That is probably where most of my money goes, as you can see. And then I've got this gingerbread tracker from Cash But Cute, and this is going to track my Amazon vouchers. I do want to get more than 160, but for now, that is like the goal. So I did get some Sharpies from Tesco because I had some Tesco vouchers. I got this pastel set, which I thought was going to be brighter than it is, but I'm not sure it's going to come up on camera. I've coloured in these two, so we shall see. And then I got these metallic ones because I thought that they would go great with the Cash But Cute, because they are metallic and gorgeous. So we need to add 100. So let's colour in another 60. And another 40. Like so. Do a little silver star on top. Oh, really messed up that one. Sorry. And because we've only got £7, I'm not going to colour in that Cash But Cute gingerbread one just yet. Although, actually, I do have £30 already saved up. So I am actually going to colour 3 of these, just because it's going to get confusing otherwise, I think. So let's use this bronzy one. Put that out the way. And we'll colour in I don't know if that looks morbid. Oh well, we will go with it for now. So we have £30 in Amazon vouchers, and we currently have £200 in the Christmas fund. So I only bought one multi-pack of these, so I'm hoping I have enough to stretch between everything. Is that dry? I don't know. So we have £200 in the bank for Christmas. And then we need my long term. So in emergency funds, oh gosh, let's not try and take everything out at once. There we go. In emergency funds, we currently have, I don't know why there's 100 placeholder in there. Do we currently have 210? I think we do. I'm going to double check that off camera, but we should now have 200 in the bank already, plus the 100 I'm adding this month, and then £10 in cash. So let's take this gold and colour in I apologise for the colouring skills. For some reason these metallic ones don't work the best on these laminates. I thought they were going to work really well, but hasn't quite been the case. So yeah, we are on track for this emergency fund, and I can't wait for it to just be at 1,000. I'm going to continue to add to it afterwards, but having that first 1,000 would be great. So let's pop these back into here. And then lifetime ice will be in the house budget binder. Baby has £10 in there, and then we've added a £100 from the bank. Into here. I am debating with this binder because I'm going to be putting a lot of money into each pot each month rather than just a couple of quid here and there. I'm debating taking these £10 out and using them to start Monzo pots, because you need £10 in each pot to keep it open and to open it. So I'm debating doing that and not putting cash into these things and just getting some trackers. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to give it some thought and update you in my next video. But that's my thought for now, just because I don't want to take out all of the money, put it into the envelopes, then take it all back out, because it's dealing with larger numbers. Obviously all of this will still get cash, because I don't really need to earn interest on any of it, apart from maybe some bigger ones like technology. I do currently have a fitness one, so that will probably stay. Not sure about the rest just yet. Been trying to give it some thought about how to make this cash budgeting work best for me. So yeah. Lifetime ISA. Not that one. What am I doing? The white one. So I have left. Actually, I could change that 100. That's wrong. I'm pretty sure there's 6,500 rather than 6,100 in there. I'll double check and swap that out for placeholders at a later date, because I only have up to the 1000s. So sorry, I'm getting a little bit all muddled here. So the goal is to put 4,000, right? Why is my mind gone blank? 4,000. And there is 40 things, so each one is 100. Why is that so difficult in my brain? I genuinely don't know. What colour should we do? Should we do a nice blue? Ooh. I don't think that is going to show up on camera at all. I think I'm going to have to get some brighter Sharpies, but that's just not in the budget at the moment. So 100, 200, 300, and 50. So half the house. Is in there for this year. There we are. Yeah, so I'm currently still trying to figure out the best way of doing everything. You might see that there's some extra binders here, which I'm just going to trial and then sort of give an update on my system once I know that everything is how I want it. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And thank you for watching this video and sticking around this long. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.